18, empathy on wheels. I don't make contact with the camera when I'm doing these, but this is a mnemonic review of the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, at least as I've remembered them. Number 1 is don't outshine the master. Number 2 is to use your enemies and not trust your friends completely. 3 is to not reveal your intentions. 4 is say less. 5 is to defend your reputation and your honor. That's all you have. 6 is to court attention at all cost. 7 is to have others do the work and you take credit. Again, I don't necessarily believe these are just what they are. 8 is act in such a way to make others come to you. 9 is to win your argument through actions, not through words or logic. 10 is to avoid unhappy or unlucky people. 11 is to keep people dependent upon you. 12, to use honesty and charity selectively. And I don't necessarily agree with that one either. 13 is appeal to people's sense of self-interest, not through pity or for noble reasons, but self-interest. 14 is to be a good friend, but also be a spy, that to gather information and keep informed. 15, crush your enemies completely. 16 is use your absence to make others' hearts grow fonder or to gain respect by you being away, and they miss you, right? 17 is keep people terrified, in a state of terror. They don't know what you're going to do. They don't know what to expect. They don't know if you're supporting, you're leaving, you're quitting. Another one that I'm a little shaky on that one. So 18 is don't isolate yourself. Don't try to be an island unto yourself. 19, be aware of who you're talking. Know who you're talking to. It could be someone very important in your life or someone who has a big influence on your life and you don't even realize it. 20 is don't commit to anything or anyone unless you absolutely have to. 21 is play the fool to catch a fool. So 22 is use the surrender technique to diffuse a situation, to resolve a conflict in an argument. 23 is to focus your time, effort, energy, and power into one project at a time to get things done. 24 is to play the perfect courtier. Courtier is basically like in a court back in the old days, but today it may be office politics and industry politics. 25 is to reinvent yourself. So if you're just a locksmith, then you're a safe and vault technician, and then you maybe become electronic, so continuously evolve like that. 26 is avoid getting your hands dirty with unsavory tasks. Try to delegate those things, so keep your hands clean. Again, I don't agree with all of these. 27 is to attract a cult-like following of people who believe things like you do. I think of that as an echo chamber, but this is the rules. So 28 is when you act boldly and decisively, not with half measures. If you're going to go for it, go for it. 29, when you plan, I call it the backward planning process. Plan all the way through to the end, whether you're successful or whether you fail, whether you're going to sell the business or you're going to come back home or you round trip or one-way trip, whatever it is, try to plan it all the way through. 30 is don't be afraid to display your awards, your accolades, or your achievements, or wear your achievements on your sleeve, similar like to a military person who wears their awards so people know what you're capable of. 31 is try to control the options. Be the person that says, well, we can do A, B, or C instead of it being completely open. 32 is appeal to people's sense of fantasy. For example, a utopia. If describing a situation that people want a utopia, some people will speak to that. 33 is learn how to turn people's thumb screws, meaning what motivates them, what ticks them off, what they like, what they don't like, what triggers them. 34 is treat yourself like royalty so that others will treat you like royalty too. 35 is master timing. Be on time. Don't be late, but also, for example, don't go ask for something right after an argument from your parents, as I used to do when I was a dumb kid. So 36, if you don't like something or you can't have something, disdain it completely. The best revenge is to completely ignore something if you can't have it. 37 is to create bold spectacles to get attention to yourself. For example, to have a big show, or a politician may have a big rally, and that's impressive and memorable. 38, you can believe whatever you want, but you are probably going to have to behave similar to those people that you're around, or your group, or your job, or whatever. But you can believe whatever you want. There's freedom of thought. 39 is to stir the pot in order to create opportunities. So that's what we called it, stirring the pot. Chaos is an opportunity. 40, despise the free lunch, or anyone hawking that hey, everybody needs to earn their way. Self-reliance, that has a stronger message. When people preach the free lunch method, a lot of people will instantly lose respect for that. 41 is to avoid stepping into a big person's shoes. If someone's going to be a tough act to follow, try to avoid getting the exact same job title or position. Maybe instead of director of operations, you're going to be the business development, but have a similar job, but avoid stepping directly into that big person's shoes. 42 is, if you want to take out the sheep, then you should aim for the shepherd. Any military person, right, take out the leadership, and the rest will follow. And 43 is to win the heart, win the mind. I believe that is Oppresso de Libre. That's Special Forces saying, win the heart, win the mind sort of mentality. So 44 is to use the mirror technique, so behave as the other person is behaving, for a number of reasons. One, to make them more comfortable with you, but also potentially to show them how they're behaving. Oh, well, this is how you treat me, that's how I'm going to treat you. 45 is want to be a reformer and change the rules and improve things, but don't do too much at one time. 46 is avoid trying to be perfect. It's okay that people know you have flaws, and it humanizes you and prevents them from thinking you're stuck up. 47 is that once you have achieved whatever you were going for, stop. Quit politicking, or quit fussing, or quit asking for stuff if you get what you want. 48, last one, is to be formless. So very similar to one of the earlier ones, but don't be very easy to summarize. As my friend Mandatory Fun Day says, you look easy to draw. So you don't want people to be able to pigeonhole you very easily. And so all of these combined are the 48 laws of power. All of them have some aspect that you may or may not agree with, but this is Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power. I hope this was helpful. It's just a mnemonic process for me. If you like mnemonics, I have had a head injury in 7th grade when a bully at school tricked me into going under some bleachers, and then dropped the big, thick bottom part of the bleacher, hit me in the head, knocked me, and I had a traumatic injury, didn't even realize it. I was a pretty smart kid, but my grades took a big dive in that 7th year. You could tell where it was. I just couldn't remember. So I've had to seek out all of these mnemonic techniques. A lot of the memory champion people, I've gone through their material, Harry Lorraine, and I've been using artificial intelligence back and forth to help me drill and learn things, not just stuff like this, which is more of an exercise, but for school. So I hope it's helpful, and if you ever need anything, leave something in the comments. Be safe.